This is what you see when you open up CodeMentor. Right now, we don't have any files. We have three ways of adding files. We can either create new files, drag and drop files, or clone a GitHub repository. So I've added a file here called max.py, which basically finds the maximum number in a list. One thing that I wanted to highlight here is the terminal. Just like the terminal in VS Code or the normal Windows or Mac terminal, this has all the built-in commands. If I type ls, I can see that I have max.py here, and this means that if I have an assignment or problem set with multiple files that reference each other, I can just run normal commands how I would in a terminal or VS Code. So if I do python 3 max.py, you can see that the program is being run. And I can also do a straight run from the output as well. Okay, so let's look at the AI feature in action right now. So in this code, we don't have a return statement. So there's clearly a bug in this file. So if we write, why am I always getting none? It'll actually give me a proper hint with actual examples that'll help me work towards the problem set instead of just giving me the answer outright. And there are several hint levels from 1 to 5, which will determine how much hint the AI is going to provide me. However, you don't need to specifically type out on the chatbot every time to get hints. CodeMentor has real-time tracking of whatever code you're typing in, and every now and while a smart nudge pop-up will appear if you've been stuck in a problem for a long time. You can either dismiss this pop-up or get a specific hint. You can see a hint popping up, and the hint level also increases because we've been stuck in this problem for a long time. And if the hint level keeps increasing, the AI will become more and more helpful. However, it won't ever give out the answer flat red. So let's look at other features of CodeMentor that help us facilitate learning even more. One of my favorite features is explain. So you can choose a specific file and specific functions inside a file as well. Right now we have only one file, but if we had multiple files, we could have chosen any one of those files and choose specific functions or classes inside those files. So right now I want to explain my max.py file. So I'm going to type in a correct explanation and see how the AI rates my explanation. See that my explanation was correct and the AI says great job, and it also has a feedback of my explanation and the concepts that I demonstrated. So initialization, iteration, of course, and conditional logic. It also has a concept to review, and I didn't handle any edge cases where we would have gotten an empty list. And then it also gives us a few questions to think about as well. So we can now continue coding. Another neat feature is code review. So you can do code review for a specific file, and the AI will do a whole review, not only on the logicness, but also on style and best practices as well. So upon the review, we can see that our code in general is good. However, we fail to handle empty inputs. And it gives us some learning opportunities and whatever we did well as well. So all of this gets fed into this progress bar. And in this progress bar, we have a study timer, including Pomodoro, short sprint, and deep work as well. We have some learning analytics, and then we have our strengths and weaknesses that the AI detected through our sessions as well. And we can also generalize a personalized learning path for us. If we click generate plan, AI will generate some exercises for us to do based on our weaknesses. So because I failed the empty listing, defensive programming and robust function logic is one of the things, right? So we can start an exercise, and we can see that the AI created a new exercise for us to test defensive programming and robust function logic. It not only created the problem set for us, it also gives us the time complexity and the space complexity we should run this on, and we can even try running the code, and it also has test cases that it tests our code against. So you can see that we failed our test cases. And we can also do a submit, and we failed all of them because we haven't written any lines of code yet. So this is like a LeetCode based exercise, but it is personalized to you, and it will give you exercises that you need to improve your weaknesses. I wanted to create this project to handle the lack of fundamentals of computer science nowadays because of vibe coding. Gemini 3's large context window helped in creating an environment where it can not only serve as a tutor, but as someone who can go through lots of context and give you personalized exercise. I hope this is useful for problem sets, coding interviews, and even competitive programming, because it can train you according to your weaknesses. This has been CodeMentor. Thank you for listening.